Imagine pulling out your change and finding a coin that captures the wild spirit of the American West, a coin that shows running mustangs, snow-capped mountains, and the sun rising over wide open land. That is exactly what you see when you look at the 2006 Nevada State Quarter, and it is one of the most striking pieces in the entire State Quarter program. The Nevada Quarter was the 36th release in the 50 State Quarters program, which had started in 1999, and by 2006 was already one of the most collected series in American history. Each year, 5 new quarters were introduced, and collectors young and old scrambled to find them from circulation. The Nevada coin stood out not only for its beautiful design, but also for the story it tells about the state known as the Silver State. On the obverse of the coin, we see the familiar portrait of George Washington by John Flanagan, which had been slightly modified by William Cousins for the series. The reverse is where the artistry shines. 3 wild mustangs gallop freely across the desert foreground, while the sun rises behind snow-capped mountains. Sagebrush, the state flower, fills the bottom portion, and the motto Battleborn reminds us that Nevada entered the Union during the turmoil of the Civil War in 1864. It is a design full of motion, energy, and symbolism. The United States Mint produced this coin at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints in 2006. More than 500 million pieces were struck, which means these coins are still easy to find in circulation today. However, like most modern issues, the real value is not in the worn change you spend every day, but in the high-grade coins that were carefully preserved from the moment they were minted. Collectors especially prize examples that still display full mint luster with no marks or wear. Grading plays a huge role determining value. For circulated examples, the 2006 Nevada Quarter is worth only its face value of 25 cents. Uncirculated examples in grades like MS65 or MS66 usually bring $1 to $3, but the highest certified grades, such as MS68, can be far more elusive. A Nevada Quarter in MS68 has sold for $100 to $200 at auction, depending on eye appeal and strike. Proof versions of the coin were also produced at the San Francisco Mint. Both clad proofs and silver proofs exist. The clad proof has a copper-nickel composition, killer quarters, and these usually sell for $3 to $5 in standard grades. The silver proof versions, however, are 90% silver and carry both silver bullion value and collector premiums. A silver proof Nevada Quarter typically sells for $10 to $20, with deep cameo examples in PIA 69 or PIA 70 bringing $30 or more. There are also satin finish examples from the special mint sets sold to collectors. These pieces have a softer matte appearance rather than the bright shine of circulation strike. Satin finish coins are scarcer in high grade and can bring $5 to $10 or more depending on the market. Era coins add an extra layer of excitement. While no dramatic national headline eras are tied to the Nevada Quarter, collectors have found examples with off-center strikes, broad strikes, and clipped plankets. These era coins can range from $50 for a minor example to several $100s if the era is dramatic and the design elements like the horses remain visible. Beyond the numbers, the Nevada Quarter represents a moment in American coinage when millions of new collectors joined the hobby. The State Quarter program captured public attention. Although a modern coin series ever had children search through pocket change with their parents, collectors built 50 state sets, and for the first time in decades, coins became part of everyday conversation. Again, the Nevada design with its wild horses and rugged scenery reflects the spirit of freedom and adventure that defines both the state and the western frontier. Today, the 2006 Nevada State Quarter continues to appeal to a wide range of collectors, from beginners who want to complete a 50-state set to specialists who chase the highest grade registry coins. There is a place for this quarter in nearly every collection, and as time passes, top condition pieces will only become harder to find, making them even more desirable for the future. Circulated examples are worth only face value of 25 cents. Uncirculated coins in MS65 or MS66 usually bring $1 to $3. High-grade MS-68 examples can reach $100 to $200. Clad proofs are worth $3 to $5, while silver proofs bring $10 to $20, with top deep cameo proofs around $30 or more. Satin finish examples sell for $5 to $10, depending on condition. Era coins such as off-center strikes or clipped plankets can range from $50 to several hundred, depending on severity and preservation. The Nevada State Quarter is more than just a design on metal. It is a miniature canvas that tells the story of wild horses roaming freely under the wide skies of the American West. The running Mustangs are not just decorative, they symbolize the untamed beauty of Nevada, and the independence of its people. Horses have long been part of Nevada's cultural and historical identity, and their presence on the coin immediately connects the design with real-life images of open plains and desert winds. The rising sun behind the snowy mountains adds another layer of symbolism. The light spreading across the coin reflects new beginnings, growth, and the bright future of the Silver State. It is no accident that this detail was chosen. Nevada was born in the middle of national conflict, and its history has always been tied to resilience and determination. The sun breaking through the mountains is a perfect metaphor for the state's journey. Sagebrush at the bottom of the coin may seem like a small detail, but it carries strong meaning as well. This hardy plant survives in dry and difficult conditions, thriving where many others cannot. Sagebrush is Nevada's state flower, and its presence here represents endurance and strength, qualities that define both the land and the people who live there. Collectors often enjoy the small touches on coins that make them more than just currency, and the sagebrush is one of those quiet yet powerful touches. The motto "Battle Born" across the design highlights the unique way Nevada entered the Union. Unlike many other states, it achieved statehood during the Civil War in 1864, at a time when the nation was divided and uncertain. The phrase "Battle Born" serves as a reminder of that turbulent history and the state's important role in the Union's survival. This detail gives the Nevada Quarter more historical depth than many other state designs. When the coin was released in 2006, it instantly attracted attention, only from coin collectors, but from people across the country who saw it in their pocket change. Many non-collectors who normally ignored new coins suddenly noticed the striking design. The Wild Mustangs in particular stood out from other state quarters that often featured buildings or static objects. The energy of the Nevada design made it memorable and helped to spark interest in collecting. One of the more fascinating parts of the Nevada State Quarter story is its connection to silver mining. Nevada has long been called the Silver State because of the massive silver discoveries in the mid-19th century. The Comstock lode near Virginia City transformed the region and fueled economic growth that helped Nevada achieve statehood, including the rising sun and mountains in the design indirectly honors that mining history, which gave the state its wealth and identity. Collectors also enjoy the fact that Nevada quarters can be found in different versions. Circulation strikes proofs, silver proofs, and satin finish examples give collectors multiple ways to enjoy the design. This variety allows everyone from beginners to advanced numismatists to participate. Beginners might pull one from circulation, while advanced collectors might chase the rarest MS-68 registry coin or a flawless PS7 deep cameo proof. Each path adds to the coin's lasting popularity. The long-term value of the Nevada Quarter depends not only on its condition, but also on its place in history. As time goes on, millions of circulated examples will disappear into bulk beans or melt pots, while pristine coins become increasingly rare. That scarcity at the top levels drives serious premiums and ensures that the Nevada Quarter will always have a special place among modern issues. Unlike older coins that are valued mainly for rarity, the Nevada Quarter gains value from condition and collector demand, a different but equally important factor. Finally, what makes the Nevada Quarter so engaging is the way it blends natural beauty, history, and symbolism into one small design. A person who has never visited Nevada can look at this coin and immediately sense the spirit of the state from the Freedom of the Mustangs to the resilience of sagebrush and the reminder of being battle-born, it captures everything that makes Nevada unique. This is the power of coinage. It is not just money, but art, history, and storytelling combined into something that can fit in the palm of your hand. Every coin has a story, and the Nevada State Quarter proves it perfectly. It is more than 25 cents. It is a window into the history, spirit, and beauty of the Silver State. From the Mustangs to the sagebrush to the motto battle-born, this coin captures the resilience and freedom that define Nevada. So the next time you spot this quarter in your change, take a second look, because it might not just be spare change, but a small treasure with meaning and value. If you want to know the exact price of your coin and how you can sell it, drop a comment and I will guide you there. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you in the next video where another coin might surprise you even more. The idea was forward-thinking because for the first time in United States history, a real historical woman appeared on a circulating coin. Anthony had been a tireless advocate for women's rights and the suffrage movement, so her portrait on the dollar was a tribute to progress and equality. The reverse was just as symbolic, showing the Apollo 11 lunar module with an eagle landing on the moon, a design borrowed from the Eisenhower dollar that celebrated the greatest achievement of modern exploration. On paper, it was a historic and meaningful coin. In practice, however, the public was not impressed. The coin was small, about the size of a quarter, and silver in color, which led to endless confusion in daily use. People found themselves handing out dollars when they thought they were spending quarters, and the coin quickly earned a reputation for being inconvenient. By 1981, production had ended, and the Anthony dollar was declared a failure. For nearly 2 decades, no one thought they would ever see it again. Then in 1999, something unusual happened. The nation was running low on dollar coins. Vending machines, transit systems, and other services that relied on them were demanding more supply, and the Sacagawea golden dollar, planned for release in 2000, was not ready yet. Faced with this problem, the United States Mint turned back to the Susan B. Anthony dollar. For one last time, it would be struck and placed into circulation. This was never meant to be a revival of the series. It was a temporary solution to fill the gap until the new dollar coin was ready. That brief moment is what makes the 1999 issue so fascinating. Production was handled at 2 mints. Philadelphia produced nearly 30 million pieces, and Denver produced a little over 11 million. Compared to the hundreds of millions made in 1979, these numbers are tiny, and that scarcity has given the 1999 issues a boost in collectability. They are the lowest mintage circulation strikes of the entire series, and the fact that they were the last ever produced makes them stand apart. Visually, the coin remained unchanged. The obverse still carried Anthony's determined portrait framed by stars and the word liberty, while the reverse still displayed the moon landing with the eagle in descent. But if you hold a coin dated 1999, you are holding the closing chapter of a controversial series. This is the farewell to the first woman on a circulating coin, and at the same time the coin that passed the torch to Sacagawea. The proofs of 1999 are especially interesting. Struck only in Philadelphia, they were produced in small numbers for collectors and sold as part of special sets. Unlike circulation coins, proofs display flawless detail with polished mirror fields and frosted devices. These are not just coins, they are miniature works of art. Being the final proof issue of the series, they have become must-haves for dedicated collectors who want to complete the set. Now, we come to one of the most exciting parts of the 1999 story, and that is the world of minting errors. Every coin collector dreams of finding a mistake, because errors are usually far scarcer and often bring impressive prices. In 1999, several notable errors were recorded. One is the wide rim variety, which shows a larger gap between the date and the rim, making it easily identifiable to the naked eye. Another is the off-center strike, where part of the design is missing because the blank was not properly aligned in the press. There are also double-struck coins, where the design was impressed twice, creating a dramatic ghost-like effect. Asterisk, but the most remarkable error is something that almost seems like science fiction. A few Susan B. Anthony dollars were accidentally struck on Sacagawea plankets, the golden-colored blanks intended for the next year's design. Imagine holding a coin that shows Anthony's portrait but shines with the golden hue of Sacagawea. These are incredibly rare, and when they surface at auction, they command jaw-dropping prices, sometimes exceeding several $1,000s. Asterisk 4. Collectors today, the 1999 Susan B. Anthony dollar carries weight, not just for its rarity, but also for its symbolism. It represents a moment of transition, a bridge between two designs, and a farewell to a coin that never fully succeeded in daily life, but later gained a second life in collections. Many people who dismissed the coin in 1979 now look back on it with nostalgia. In hindsight, the Anthony dollar was ahead of its time. It paved the way for future designs, honoring real historical figures, and women in particular. Asterisk, this coin also demonstrates how quickly public opinion can change. Once considered a failure, the Anthony dollar has become a collectible worth hunting. 4. The 1999 issue in particular draws attention because it exists in far smaller numbers than the earlier dates and marks the definitive end of the series. For that reason, even casual collectors often seek out at least one example for their albums or display cases. Asterisk, now we come to the part you have been waiting for. How much is a 1999 Susan B. Anthony dollar actually worth today? The answer depends on condition, mint mark, and whether the coin is a proof or an error. Circulated pieces are worth more than face value, but not by much, and they usually sell for a couple of dollars. High-grade mint state coins can climb significantly, especially those with the Denver mint mark, which tends to bring higher prices. Because of the lower mintage, proof coins can sell for strong premiums, with top-graded examples bringing in impressive figures. Error coins are where things become truly exciting, with values ranging from dozens of dollars to hundreds and in some cases thousands at major auctions. The rare Sacagawea planchet error remains the star of the show and has been known to cross the block for over 7,000. These figures come from a mix of online platforms, dealer sales, and auction records, and they show what collectors are willing to pay today. Asterisk, so if you own a 1999 Susan B. Anthony dollar, do not overlook it. It might be just a circulation strike, or it might be something more. If you want to know the exact value of your coin, whether it is from Philadelphia or Denver, whether it is a proof or possibly even an error, leave a comment with the details. Every coin tells its own story, and values change depending on grade and demand. By sharing what you have, you can get a clearer idea of just how much your piece might be worth. The 1999 Susan B. Anthony dollar is far more than a leftover coin from the past.